Imagine waking up one morning in 1347 and hearing that half your town is already dead. No internet rumors, no breaking news alerts, just the smell of sickness, the sound of bells, and fear so thick you could almost taste it. This wasn't just a pandemic, this was the Black Death, a plague that didn't just kill people, it broke the Middle Ages apart and built the world we know today. Today, we're diving into one of history's darkest chapters, the Black Death. Spoiler, it wasn't just rats, and it wasn't just about dying horribly. Though, yeah, a lot of people did. It was about how society collapsed, reinvented itself, and in a very twisted way came out stronger. Buckle up, because this ride has panic, conspiracy theories, doomsday preachers, and even fashion trends. Yeah, fashion trends. Out of the plague. Wild, right? The plague likely began in Central Asia, hitching a ride on fleas living on rats that traveled with traders along the Silk Road. When the disease reached the Crimean port of Kaffa in 1347, Mongol armies supposedly catapulted infected corpses into the city as an early form of biological warfare. Medieval people didn't need Netflix. They were living in a horror movie. From there, ships carried the disease into Italy. Within weeks, it spread across Europe faster than gossip in a medieval tavern. Cities like Florence, Paris, and London lost half their populations. Entire villages vanished. Some survivors believed it was God's punishment. Others thought it was caused by bad air, or, famously, by a conspiracy of outsiders poisoning wells. Sound familiar? Yep, even in the 14th century, fake news went viral. Life during the plague was brutal. Doctors wore those creepy beaked masks stuffed with herbs, thinking the smell would protect them. Families abandoned their sick relatives. Priests fled their churches. And mass graves were dug so quickly that bodies were stacked like firewood. The mortality rate was so high that some towns literally ran out of living people to bury the dead. Imagine that level of chaos. But the plague didn't just kill people, it killed feudalism. With so many peasants dead, labor suddenly became valuable. Survivors demanded higher wages, and lords had no choice but to give in. Whole economies flipped upside down. Religion, too, took a hit. If prayer didn't save you from the plague, people started asking, what's the church really worth? And those questions would eventually help spark the Reformation. Believe it or not, the plague also inspired art and science. Grim art styles like the danse macabre, skeletons dancing with the living, spread across Europe. Meanwhile, doctors and scholars started questioning old medical theories, pushing Europe toward a more scientific mindset. The plague made people realize sometimes the old answers don't work and you need new ones. And here's the part that might sound familiar. After the Black Death, survivors didn't just rebuild society, they reimagined it. Work, faith, culture, even hygiene changed forever. The same way our world shifted after COVID, their world shifted after the plague. Except their pandemic lasted years and killed up to 200 million people. Next time you complain about Zoom meetings, just remember, at least you're not living in 1349. So, was the Black Death just a tragedy, or was it also the twisted beginning of the modern world? It's both. It shows us that even in history's darkest times, humanity doesn't just survive. It adapts, and sometimes it even thrives. What do you think? Could society today handle something like the Black Death? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more history told like this, don't forget to hit subscribe.